Watching. We're going to be doing the end of day for Thursday, August 7th. This is Friday, for anybody wondering, for yesterday. So, GU, daily swing is bullish, daily internal leg is bearish. 4 hour has been making higher highs. Let's go down to the 15. So, if our session started right around here. We had an order flow shift to the downside. You could have looked for a sell in here. Price broke up, came down. You could have looked for a buy in here, and we'll go over that. After that, it's been, outside our session because we closed at 11. So one thing that you'll notice here is price is ranging. And this is, of course, a sign of indecision in the market. So price range for about 2 hours and a half, close to 3. When price finally came up to your POI, we blew right through it, so no trade. I didn't think it was going to hold. So price came in, took the last point of inducement, reacted, and then kept moving higher. I believe this is a 15-minute POI, will not hold. Yeah, and that's pretty clear to see. I mean, when you get your last point of inducement that gets taken, like this point here, and price reacts, I mean, that's with this kind of reaction here, it's generally end game for that POI. Next up, we had our 15-minute POI here. Let's mark that out just so it's nice and clear. So, I did not take any trades here, by the way, but I was watching this as I was at work. So, last point of inducement. Why doesn't this want to click? Last point of inducement is right here. Price came in. We had a reaction to our last point of inducement here. Price came in, reacted, came in again and made a lower low. At this point, the candle that we're comparing everything to would be this one. I'm keeping in mind that this candle here is ultimately, a strong bearish candle that shows bearish momentum, and everything else is in between it. Now, the way that we took, literally, because granted, yes, you can use this candle here to compare momentum, because this was what made the lowest low, the last bearish candle that made the lowest low. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles that opened and closed within the whole length of this one. So to me, when I finally get this one on the 10th, it doesn't say momentum to me. Maybe 3, maybe 4 candles, but 10 shows that price is very weak. And then on top of that, when it broke, it wasn't even strong enough to break past this big bearish candle. Just a massive turn off for me, so I didn't even pay any mind. But is it a valid loss? I mean, I guess, because there's nothing in our plan written about how many candles it takes to show momentum. So I guess one loss on -1. One loss on GU. Let's move on to USD CAD. USD CAD daily swing is bullish. Daily internal is bearish. Daily leg. We're ranging inside this daily leg right here. Let's head on over to the 4 hour. 4 hour is bullish. Price is slowly retracing. We might just take all this liquidity here. If we take this here, I don't think there's anything stopping it from going down any further. Our session today started right around here. Price gave us an order flow shift. Broke. Was about to retrace all the way back. Didn't. Try to break up again, failed, retraced all the way back into our 15-minute leg. So I was looking to take buys from here. As you can see how our plan works, just phenomenal. Literally. Price came in, took the last point of inducement, swept, and left. Never even gave you a shot. So that sucks. After that, price broke. Yeah, there's like something going on right here. A flip. But what are you doing? You're going back into the 5-minute? And you could just tell this isn't even going to be like a good POI. Like, see, what exactly, where's your inducement? Where's your liquidity? There is none. I don't want to take buys from here. Yeah, we had some EID get created. You could fudge it. In the old plan. That's what I'm saying, man. There's just too many ways to fudge this. I'm not counting it because I don't like the way it looks on the 15, and I have to go all the way down to the 5, and then it's like if you go all the way down to a 5, then what's to say that you're not gonna do that every time? I guess your entry would be right there. Yeah, ours not even there. Thank goodness. That's a shit trade. And there was nothing else from that point. Alright, now for EU, daily swing is bullish, daily internal leg is also bullish, 4 hour appears to be bullish. Our session started right around here. We had an order flow shift to the upside, price retraced. So it's hard to call this your flip because this is bearish price action. We need the last, the last the last buy candle. Was there any other area worthy to trade from? No, because anything over here, any POI here wasn't tapped into till 12 o'clock. So we'll take a glance at this last bearish candle, but that's not a flip. Even if you were looking at it as a flip, I mean, as you could tell, price came in and didn't give a crap about anything. It just moved forward. And lastly, AU. AU daily swing is bearish. Daily internal is bullish. As you can tell, we do have a lot of liquidity over here. Which, I don't know about you, but price could sweep this and then turn around. But if it doesn't turn around, it's dropping all the way down. 4 hour leg is bearish. Let's take a gander. So price started for us right around here. So we had a sub break to the upside. I was actually watching this. Is this the only POI we could have watched? Well, no, there was I know I'm not a big fan of going down to a lower time frame. But this could be considered the flip right here. So let's take a gander at the last point of inducement. So 15-minute POI, last point of inducement's right here. Price came in, swept it. You could have entered here, 8-hour target. Where's your order flow shift? Well, technically you can't go break even until price hits this here. Price then came down, swept the last point of inducement one more time, and then broke up. You could have gone break even here at this point, do I have a BE? I do not. I need to make one. Let's make it a little bit larger. Save as BE. Oh, that's an alert I have set. Perfect. Now BE should be right here. Perfect. Cool. So yeah, this one should have been break even. Thing is, would you have entered at 6:30 if you had GU news at 7:30? Yeah. Or 7, that's 30 minutes within 4 GU red folder news. I wouldn't have entered. So, is this a trade? Not well, we don't really take news when it comes to our stats, but this is break even, so it's like, who gives a shit, It's not like it's going to move our, well, it actually would, because it would increase the break evens we have. So I'll jot this down. So break even. BE. Now let's take a glance on the 15, because I think there was something else about this that turned me off. Let's go on the 4 hour. Here it is. So one thing you need to know, interesting how price just came up, took the next thing closest to resembling liquidity, in which case there's nothing else up here, so there's not another real reason for price to head up here unless it's going to take all of this. But price literally just came up, swept it, and turned back. So when you got that coupled with the fact of I'm not a big fan of this, single candle pullback here. So you got 2 negative points. I would have been cool entering on this one, but by this point I would have been looking to get break even as soon as possible. But I would not have taken this trade. So we got a BE and we got a loss. It is what it is. That was the end of the day. Peace.